Yeah, we're on smoke here. Welcome to my first YouTube on how to catch a jewfish, and I guess that's about it. I don't know, I've never really done a YouTube. I'm starving though, so I went and got a chicken Caesar wrap meal and smash that. Rig up the rods and then get into it. It is a full moon. It was a massive tide. I'm here an hour early. So I'm hoping I haven't missed the tide change, because when they are big tides, sometimes you don't even notice it change. It's 1:15. Is that even right? A few people have said to start a YouTube, start a fishing page. My Instagram is my fishing page / life, I guess. When I was younger, I never used to know how to tell which way the tide's going. And my dad used to say, just look at what way the boats are facing. The boats will be going with the current, you know. Right now they're sitting sideways, so technically it looks like it's on the turn, but it's windy. So maybe the wind's pushing the boats against the current, so they're sitting halfway. That's my theory. I want to run with that just to stay positive and optimistic on still getting the tide. I've been fishing for jewfish for probably 2 years, but I stopped for 2 years and now I'm back. Just miraculously happened, fell back into it. My mate asked me to go out for a session. We got a couple little ones and caught the bug again. I promised myself I'd only go chase jewfish, because I used to chase brim flat out on surface every single morning nearly. Try to get flathead, you know, crack a PB flathead, best of 72. But it used to cook me walking the rocks all day, you know what I mean? And after so many sessions and all these lunar summers and that we had, all the wet summers, heaps of fresh water, I just got over it. Then I started my business, boiler making. Had no time to fish. I was working like 60 hours a week, plus the work at home. Plus cashies on the side. Just got too much, but now that I can make decent money from content, I mean, I still work here and there, but I'm almost on the way to completely doing online full time, you know. I already feel like this is boring. Like, who wants to sit here and watch me eat for 10 minutes? But it is what it is. This is my YouTube. I'm eating first, and then we'll rig the rods up. I'm going to open this package from Daiwa, see what's on there before I rig up, because I don't have any motor oil in that bag. They're all sold out everywhere. I think, well, I'm not going to say just because of me. People also like them. Not everyone knows who I am, but local BCF is sold out, that's for sure. It's pretty windy. I don't like when it's windy because I can't read my line, but also I have got some fish when it's windy not reading my line properly, so we'll see what happens. Righto guys, this is the box from Bait Junkie Daiwa. We're going to open this up and see what they sent us. Let's go. Boom. So straight off the bat, you know what it is. Motor oil, 3.2-inch paddle tail minnow. We have the 5-inch Sand Rush prawn, Bait Junkie, always. We have the Wave minnow, 5.5-inch baby bass glow. Check them out. We have the 3-inch motor oil prawn, Bait Junkie, always. You know what they are. If you don't, I don't know what to say about that. 3.2 paddle tail major. And we have a prawn 3-inch Yabby UV. They look absolutely cracker. They look sick. Then we also have all the jig heads to match all of these lures. So absolute legends, Daiwa. I cannot believe this happened to me, honestly. I'm sort of speechless. I'm just a kid that started fishing and caught the bug, man. I'm not really a kid anymore. I'm 31 years old, born in 94. But let's rig the rods up. The tide's in a little bit. I hope I haven't missed it, because as I said before, the boats aren't where I like them to be. So let's rig these rods up, get some leader on there, and see if we can bang a couple. I've been waiting ages to get down here, so let's go. For anybody wondering about my combos, honestly, this rod here, it's a Samaki Archer. It's already fallen apart. There's this little thing that keeps falling out. That annoys me. But it's paired with the Daiwa TD Black 4000. This is actually a snapper combo from Hot Tackle. I haven't never caught a snapper on it, or a snapper in general. The other rod, before we start rigging this up, I bring 2 rods because if I get snagged in the middle of the slack, I don't want to re-rig and miss out, you know what I mean? Oh, Daiwa sent this hat too, so cheers. This is a Daiwa Laguna 2500 on a Abu Garcia Salty Elite. When I first got this rod, I was fishing and I got snagged, and I was trying to get the snag off, and this half of the rod actually popped half off when I snapped this bit. I was so devoed, but it still works, man. I've banged heaps of fish on this. Also with this rod too, this little thing here, it rattles. I don't know if you can see that. But these rods just fall, well, I'm not saying they fall apart, but I've used these rods well and truly, caught me heaps of fish, and they're starting to see some wear. So, yeah, as I said, let's rig these up and see if we can bang a few fish, eh? I reckon rigging up rods is like the best part. Like if you do it the night before and you're getting ready to get up early, you're rigging up all your rods, you're making sure everything's good, you can do all your knots smick. Yeah, it's part of one of the best feelings for me. And as I said in a few of my reels on my Instagram, I'm not like a fishing nerd. I don't know a lot about a lot. Like I just know what I need to know to catch jewfish. You know, I use an FG knot when I tie main line to leader. I learned that off Briggsy's Fishing on YouTube. What else? I usually run 20 pound here because I've been smoked a few times, but I'm going to go a bit lighter today just because it entices the bite a bit more. And just got to let the fish do its thing, you know what I mean? Let's open my little Jew pack. This is my little Peninsula Professional pack. That's all I have. Obviously I got my bag, but this is all I need. Righto, what are we running? Obviously a 3038 jig head. Crack that open. I've never done a YouTube, as I've said, so it sort of feels funny standing here talking for so long because I'm used to making 45-second reels, you know what I mean? But we need this over here, like that. Put this here so my rod can't slide off. The way I tie knots is obviously just hold it in my mouth, man. I don't know about that much main line if you don't know how to do an FG. I'm just going to move this chair back. Just like that. That much tag line. This is 16 pound leader, ocean leader. I don't know. I need to go get some more diver leader, I think, because that is probably the best leader, obviously, in my opinion. I love diver. People love Shimano. It's personal opinion. About that much. You just want to go under, over, under, like 25 times I go. You got to find your fishing fingers. You'll learn it over time. 18, 19. This is my less favourite part of fishing, tying this knot. 20. I got fat fingers too, so it troubles me. See what I mean? And it's windy. I think that was 25. I lost count. You can do as many as you want or as little as you want. I just like that number. Throw that tag line of the braid over, main line. Probably need a little bit of wheel line. Put that up along your main line. Obviously, if you know how to tie an FG, this is going to be just a monotonous little bit of the video. I still struggle every time. Still learning the best way to hold everything. But yeah, wrap it through 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pull that down, hold that, then reverse wrap that loop you've just made. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a risotto, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on it. Pull that down a little bit. Boom, like that. Then get your lighter. I watched Briggsy's updated video. He burns the end first and pulls his main line up to it just so he doesn't burn his knots. Just a little singe. Boom, that's it. You don't need nothing special, you just don't want to pull through the knot. Wet your line a bit. Slide the FG up to where you just burnt. Just like that. Then I just tighten them up, just pull each one. Main line, leader, risotto, main line. I don't even know if the terminologies I'm using is correct, but That's what I do, lads. Seems to work for me. As I said, I'm not like a crazy fishing nerd with everything, you know what I mean? But you know the word they do use, just cinch it up. Righto, that's that. Get your braid scissors. I don't know if these are braid scissors, but they cut this braid. Just cut that close as you really need without it getting caught on your eyelets. Boom. I get my lighter, lick my knot, and just try and, best you can, cover all the line and leader and knot with your fingers. Stick the little tiny bit of tag end off the braid and just try and singe it. Just a little tiny bit. Gotta get your fingers pretty close. But that's basically it. Now I just grab me leader, just go one up, like the whole body length like that, and then just cut it. I don't really measure nothing. People have theories like you need long leader, short leader. I've caught them with this much leader, I've caught them with this much leader, so it is what it is, you know what I mean? Grab your jig head. I use a loop knot just so the lure's more naturally in the water. Little knot in your line like that. Boom, just like that. I don't, you obviously can't see it. If you've been fishing, you know what it is. Straight through the jig head. Back through there. This always does my head in, to be honest. I don't know, wrap it around a couple times. I just do like 4 wraps here because if you want anything to snap, if you snag, you want it to snap here, not at your main lines of leader knot. Cut that off. Don't leave your tags laying around, make sure you put it in your bag. That's it. Boom, boom, boom. And then you know what it is. Sharp. 3.2 paddle tail, baby. Boom. Look at that. These come with like a slime on them. I always wipe my fingers and the lure just so you can feed it through accurately and straight. Took me so long to get good at this. I'm still not great, but I've got a pretty good idea of how to get it good each and every time, you know. Straight through the middle of the head. Boom, just pop through to your barb. Then you just want to keep it straight along that line in the middle of the lure. Once you do it enough, you'll know exactly where you pop your hook out at. About there. Grab it like that, pinch it down. Boom, that's it. That's basically it. Like just like that. Always squidgy's S factor. Honestly, if this isn't on my lure, I don't have any confidence I'm going to catch a fish. Douse it on there. That's nearly empty. I need another one of them, like today, tomorrow. Cover the whole lure. Like that. And that's the whack. See that? Straight on your pants, mate. Done. Don't need toothpaste, don't need gloves to put it on, nothing like that. Straight on here. Don't put this on your eyelet. A bloke on Instagram said put it next to it so you don't chip your eyelet, and then you won't need to buy a new rod from your line getting bird's nest every time. But that's it, man. That's my rod rigged up, ready for jewfish. With the Daiwa TD Black 4000. I'm going to rig the other rod up off camera. I'll cut back to when we're casting. Let's go. Righto guys, we're going to head down to the water. Both the rods are rigged up. Got the 3-inch prawn on one, got the 3.2-inch paddle tail on the other rod. Pretty windy. I don't know if I've missed a tide, but here goes nothing, eh? First YouTube, let's see if we can get a couple, or one at least. It's been a bit, it's been a few sessions. 3.2 paddle tail bait junkie. Minnow, motor in colour. Diwali bag, Diwali shirt, Diwali jacket. Let's go. Everyone asks how I retrieve my lure. I just lift it 2 times. I'm just trying to make the bait look like it's going like that. That's it. It'll feel like you're doing something wrong, like all the time, because you're not getting them, but it's not you, trust me. It can be you, if you don't know what you're doing at all, but generally if you've got an idea, just rinse and repeat the same thing over and over and over again. Eventually one will swim past, dunk. But other than that, man, it's just, yeah, repetitive. I see people come here and they pull up, they fish for a bit, and I'm waiting for the tide to change, and they'll piss off. And it's like, man, you left way too early. Like, you weren't even close to hitting the time you needed to be here. Well, they'll come down 3 or 4 times and not one fish, and then they're defeated because they didn't get a fish. That's why they call them the ghost. If they were easy to catch, I mean, everyone would do it all the time. I'm running, I think this is 12-pound mainline braid and 16-pound leader fluorocarbon. Nothing special. It's just about putting in the hours until you get one. Like, you're not guaranteed a fish, but if you come down all the time, or wherever you want to fish, like wherever you fish, just go there all the time. They got to be there. They're everywhere. They just fish in the water. It's not like, it's not a rocket science, you know. I feel like I've missed the tide because it was such a high tide this morning, honestly. But we'll fish for an hour. If we don't get one, we don't get one. We come back to the next tide and we try again. And that's all you have to do, is come back and try again, try again. That's all you have to do. It's been heaps windy lately, so it's hard to read your line. It's hard to get your cast where you want it because your line has a big loop, and then it sort of retrieves back in line with that loop. You want to cast into the wind as best you can, you know what I mean? That cast scraped the pylon. That was hectic. Straight out. If you're not sure which way the tide is running, try and cast your lure straight out into the middle, dead straight. If it comes back straight to you, then you're obviously in a slack tide. If it goes that way or that way, that's a great indication of which way the water's flowing, you know what I mean? But when you get a big loop in your line like that, it's very hard to tell. And I just change stuff up. Like, I'll do a slow flick, a fast flick, a couple of flicks, just whatever. You're trying to trick the fish. It's a lure. You're trying to lure it onto the end of it, you know what I mean? You don't overcomplicate it. You just keep it simple. Fish with logic. Righto, what we're going to do is we're going to go under the bridge and cast upstream, and if our lure doesn't come back to us easy, it probably means that we've missed the tide. Let's go have a look. I need to get a GoPro, guys, because this is just an iPhone in my bag in a tripod. Straight Peninsula professional style. We don't need no fancy gear to catch fish here, mate. Cheapest of rods, best of the best lures, and the shit of camera gear. I mean, keep it simple, stupid, right? Set the bag down here. Boom. Righto. We're on. Let's see what happens. This wind is just very, very bad. Slack tides are meant to be at 226. It's 224. That's a fish, man. That's got to be a fish. Cast of the century. Just found a lure. 3.2 paddle tail bait junkie. Motor reel with a TT jig head. That's where you went wrong. Let's try this side with a 3-inch prawn. Come on, cuz. When your lure doesn't sink, you know it's a snag. What a bugger. Try to get it off, but if we can't, then we'll just switch rods. Change up a lure, something a bit bigger, a bit more noise. Boom, look at that. Curl tail, bait junkie, always. Let's get a dog, man, for the first YouTube. Come on. I deserve it, I think. Pretty sure a shelf runs around there, so that's how I get snagged here. So basically, this is the last lift. Well, honestly, that was a pretty pathetic first YouTube. I don't even know if I'm going to post that, but yeah, I don't know about that. YouTube's hard. You got to keep it interesting for heaps long. Unless people are just obsessed with you, they'll watch the whole thing. But no fish, man. Guy was sent the gear. I couldn't deliver. That's fishing, not catching. See you on the next one. So guys, I'm going to add a clip of me catching a fish just to avoid any disappointment. Also, if you want to see more fishing clips that are a lot shorter, more action, go check out my Facebook page, Zach Anderson, spelt with an S-E-N. Usually professional. He's got to be a jewfish. 3.2 paddle tail bait junkie. He's very healthy. Can't beat that shit, eh? Boys. Oh, so powerful, man. Like and subscribe to my channel if you do want to see me actually catch jewfish in the future and all other types of fish, tips, tricks and how-tos. Cheers, guys.